All right, hey fifth graders. This is Mr. McIntosh here, and I wanted to give you a rundown of how to get into Schoology, and then once we're in Schoology, just kind of give you a overview of our new classroom digital or distance learning platform called Schoology. So when you first log into your Chromebook, you may get to a page like this, and after you are in OSD, then I always tell my students to go up to OSD bookmarks because that's always there. And then you're going to click the portal. Your portal is your access to everything. So once you're in the portal, then you will be logging in. So this site is only for staff and students. And you're gonna log in just like you did with your computer. So to sign in, you will sign in with I'm gonna use my daughters here, Emily. Um, See, she already has something here to pop up, but basically it's your last name, your first initial of your first name, and then your first initial of your middle name at students.osd.wednet.edu. And you hit next, and then it's going to ask for your password. And your password is your student number, just like you got into your Chromebook. It's really handy if you can memorize that number. If not, write it down somewhere because you'll need that. But once you're into your Chromebook, you should be good for a while if you don't log out. Every time you log out, you'll have to log back in. But if you leave your Chromebook logged in, you won't have to do that. But it is good to log your computer out at least once a week for any updates that might occur. So it says you're signed in. So from this page, sometimes it just sticks here. So you could either click home or OSD. Sometimes I just click the signed in page again, just to make sure, and then should kick us in here. Let's see, what if I click home? Let's see, it's thinking. All right, here we go. So here is my daughter Emily's portal. So this will look just like yours. Emily is in Miss Sampson's class, so she's a fifth grader as well. We have all these links over here, and we're not going to talk about any of these links yet, but we will talk about some of these pins up here. So you have your Gmail. Every time I send out a message, you also get an email. So if you click that email, you will have those emails as well. So if I click that email for Emily, she would have some messages from Mrs. Sampson. You have a calendar, which you can use personally, but that's a Google Calendar we don't use much. You have your Google Drive, Schoology, that's what we're here for, the round S. And then you have your Skyward, which links to Schoology a little bit, but that's more of a middle school thing. But we'll talk about that later. So let's get into Schoology. It should prompt you to log in again. And since we're already logged in through the portal, you should just see your name here. And you just click your name, and it should just pop you right into Schoology. Now, depending on whose class you're in, I have Emily enrolled in one of my demo classes. So this will look just like my regular class, but I just kind of made a different one just to show everybody how to do Schoology. So you should only see one or two classes up here. And if you're in Mrs. Sampson's class, it'll look very similar. If you're in Mr. Finney's class, it'll look similar as well. You'll see their name instead of mine. So let's click Mr. McIntosh's class, fifth grade. And this is the format I think I'm going to use, and same with Mrs. Sampson. Basically what you'll see every day. So you'll see a welcome board here and kind of the weeks to do and the weeks, what's going on that week. Just kind of a welcome board. Try to emulate our actual class as much as possible. Once we get into our regular class, you'll see a little bit of different things on the bookshelf and some posters are moved around, but basically it's the same thing. So you're going to look here to the reader board to see either the day's activities or the week's activities. I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet, but so far it's the week's activities. So right now we have September 9th through the 11th. And then we have some buttons down here, and these are all live buttons. So basically, when you click this Zoom button, it'll take you right to our Zoom meeting. So our Monday morning meetings, any math live meetings or reading, all you have to do is click that Zoom and it'll take you right to Mr. Mac. And I should be there. And if I'm not, knock on the door, the virtual door to get me in there. So that's your Zoom meetings. All of them are right here. It's just one link. You don't have to worry about anything else. Just click that and it should take you to your Zoom meeting. Your math folder, reading folder, science, and social studies. And so what this does is when you click this math folder, it actually takes you to that week's math assignments. So for that week, it'll link you. So let's click it, and it'll take you into, oh, the course is not yet available. That's right, because it's linked into my other course. But it'll take you to that week's math assignments, which will start math on September 14th. So it'll pop you into this folder here, and then it'll take you into either math, if you click math, reading, language arts, reading and writing, but there's a reading button, science, or social studies. So this is the week's assignments. So from September 14th through the 18th, when you click into math, right now there's a math scavenger hunt that we're going to be doing on, and then I have a more practice. I might move this out of the folder, I'm not sure yet, but like if you need more practice or challenging problems, if you just want to push yourself a little bit, that's what this link is for. So these were all the assignments will be in for this week. So, and you can tell where I'm at by looking up here. So I'm in Mr. McIntosh's demo class in the week of September 14th through the 18th, okay? So if I click back into my week, then maybe I'm like, I wonder what I have to do with language arts this week. Let's see. Oh, there's a Harry Potter chapter 1 read aloud. I was just messing around. That we're not. I might put that in more like challenging, more stuff in reading, but I was just messing around with that. So that's not really an assignment. And then you go back to the week, and so that's how Mr. Mack and I think Mrs. Sampson will as well be organizing our classes. And then once that week's over, it won't go away. I'll just archive it at the somewhere in our page down here. Let's see. Oh, I don't have it in here, but I have a past weeks folder in our regular class. So you'll go down and there will be a link down here that says past weeks assignments. And so if you're like, I don't know if I got everything from September 14th through the 18th, you can click in there and go do any assignments or watch any videos, that kind of stuff later on at your own time, your own free time. I know it's fun. So I will walk you all through this once we are having our live Zooms. It's a little easier for me to talk to you that way. But I just want to talk about this top bar as well up here. So you have your name. If you click your name, you can see your profile, your school, and there's some settings that you can mess with. I'm not really sure about those. Any notifications? So like, oh, Mr. McIntosh, let's see. Oh, wow, I have a assignment. Okay, so then you can see your assignments up here or any updates I send or messages I send to you. This is a handy dandy message. It's an envelope, but this is a way to directly contact your teacher. So if you click new message, you say to, and then let's see if it's Macintosh help. And then you could type a message. And what's cool about this is you can put a link to an external website. You can upload a file from your Chromebook. Resources from like something within Schoology, you won't need to worry about that. But if you click this microphone, you can do a video chat. You always have to allow your microphone and your camera to see you. And then there you are. And you start recording and it'll send a video message to whoever you are sending that to. I'm not going to start recording because I'm doing it right now. I need to figure, oh, there I am. So if you click a name, it'll pop up. I don't know who Tiana is. So click Mr. Mac there, Jeremy McIntosh, and then it'll send to me. Maybe you're like, I need to talk to Miss Sampson as well. And there's Miss Sampson. So you could message both of us and say, Miss, I need help. I'm not understanding the assignment this week. So, or you could do the video or audio as well. And then you send that to Miss Sampson and I, and we'll get a message just like you see up here. And we'll have a little one up there. And so we'll be able to see that. Parents, you can do that too. So it's kind of nice. Calendar is kind of cool. So once you guys get in the habit of clicking the calendar, you'll be able to see all of your assignments and their due dates. So These are the assignments. So I have 2 test assignments that are due on the 18th. Math scavenger hunt for Emily is due on the 25th. There's a test thing here due on the 22nd, and just a fun little assignment here called "If I Could Be a" or "An." So she can click those, and it takes you to the actual assignment, or you have to, I guess, view it. But if you click it, it'll you'll be able to view the item and see what it's all about. And it looks like it kicks you out of calendar and takes you to the assignment. So, yeah, so that's really handy, this calendar function up here. This is just for, don't worry about that. I'm not sure. I think that's a high school thing. So I don't know. But then you can also check your grades. So grades are going to be kind of more of a complete incomplete for right now while we're distance learning, but we will be giving you some grades on effort and things like that as well. In math, we'll be doing a check-in every week, so you can always check your grades. Resources and groups and courses, we're not going to worry about those. Except for courses, you will always see your current course that you are in. You also have these tabs over here on the left. So materials, this is where your class is basically. So all the materials that Mr. McIntosh and Mrs. Sampson adds will be in the materials tab, and then they'll just be flowing on this page here. Any updates Mr. McIntosh gives, like this here, this little welcome board is an update. So if you clicked updates, you will see the welcome board. See, I'm on the updates page right now. And so that's where I put this update there. So if you click that, you'll see that. And then your grades. There's no grades right now for Emily, but this is where you would see your grades kind of fall in right here. Now, this is kind of cool too. Well, let's see, mastery. So these are your standards. So if Mr. McIntosh or Mrs. Sampson or someone links a standard to an assignment, you'll get that in the mastery there. So here is reading. So McGraw-Hill, they have embedded that into Schoology, so you don't have to log into Portal, log into McGraw or Wonders. So this is Wonders. It says McGraw-Hill, but McGraw-Hill Wonders. So if you launch the app, hopefully it'll take you right to your Wonders reading books. You're also going to have a physical book, or you can read it online. I'll give you that choice. So enter a redemption code. So maybe kids aren't signed up yet. So, but anyway, that's really handy. That'll just pop you right into Wonders once they open it up. So it must not be open yet. First time I've tried it. Nearpod, we're going to do some lessons in Nearpod. I'll talk about that later. I don't know what this Sora is. Maybe someone else knows. You can tell me. And then Teach TCI is our social studies. So the same kind of thing. You just click it, and then Mr. Mac will have our class loaded up into our social studies book. And we're going to do some nonfiction informational reading and writing within this. It's called Social Studies Alive. Now, whoa, come on, where did you go? Here we are. Social Studies Alive. So I will set up assignments and things like that through here. So this is our social studies curriculum. It's there's some good pieces about our social studies curriculum and some things that we talk about that yeah, we get some other sources that we use. But anyway, we'll get to that eventually. So that's basically Schoology in a nutshell. If you ever need to go back, you just click materials and you're back at the front page. So really want you to get comfortable with Schoology. I really want you to get in the habit of logging in every day and every morning to kind of get your assignments going. You can use it to get to your Zoom link for a 9 o'clock morning meeting. Get to your folders, see kind of what's going on, and just mess around with it. All right. I hope this is helpful, and I will see you soon.